everybody. My name is Ebony Chanel, and I am the Chief Executive at the Empowered Lounge Foundation. Today, we're getting ready to premiere Season 2 of the ManUp Podcast Lounge. The reason I created the ManUp Podcast Lounge is so that all men can start coming together within the community. We do a lot of things for families, and we have for the last year been doing a lot for moms and children. And the dads and the fathers out there said, what about us? So now we have created the ManUp Podcast, where the men are able to come together right here at Powerhouse Boxing Gym, sponsored by Coach Twan in Virginia Beach, Virginia. So today, I hope the men, you guys enjoy this, and feel free if you would like to advertise on the ManUp Podcast Lounge, please go to www.theempoweredlounge.podcast Please go to www.theempoweredlounge.com, and there, please make sure you just fill out the contact form and reach out, okay? Because this is all about men coming together as a unity, where kings are uplifting other kings in the community. Once again, I'm Ebony Chanel.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
Yo, what's up? It's the ManUp Podcast Lounge. It's the ManUp Podcast Lounge. It's the ManUp Podcast Lounge. Man up, the ManUp Podcast Lounge. Welcome to the ManUp Podcast Lounge, where us kings are uplifting other kings in the community. I'm your boy, VC.
I'm Coach Twan from Powerhouse Boxing and Kickboxing.
I'm Warren G from Bully Magazine.
And I'm Charlie Ricks.
What do the world portray on us men today?
Work, provide. We got to work, provide, take care of our family, be strong. That's my topic, as the world portray us as men. That's what we supposed to live by and die by.
Yeah, I think today men in this society have a big role to play, especially in our young men life.
Okay.
Right, especially ones who's raising young men. And, just recently, we don't know the ins and outs of what happened in Newport News, Virginia, but this was a child, a 6-year-old child, and we have to ask, was it a male in that household? So that's a big role in itself. And I think when we think about our children, and I got to say big up to my fathers today. They are stepping out, they're stepping up.
Yes, sir.
Men are being fathers. That's the one thing I can say. And I think the role model that we grew up with, rappers, baseball players, football players, they're all stepping up to be men today. So we do got the opportunity to be strong men, right? So we have a catalyst, right? We have a catalyst, right? We have something that we can really look towards and say, you know what? My young men have something to look up, and I just think dads in the house playing great roles as men.
I agree with both of these gentlemen. So, I'm stumped, but I got something else I want to ask. Why do men tend to hide the way they feel about life instead of living through their own beliefs? So pretty much saying, you living life at your own will, and why not believing in whatever your belief is to live through?
There's a lot of different things go into that, as far as how you raised as a child, how you taught to be raised, what you see on television, society, just being out, how you growing up, maybe growing up as a young man, a teenager, you get involved with different people, and they teach you one thing, and you're not being taught the same thing at home. So the things outside of your home always gonna outweigh the things inside of your home. That's why I feel like it takes more of a different magnitude as far as what's being taught in home. That's how I feel about it.
Not to cut you off, I understand that he said to believe. So us coming up as men is you think about what you did at home and how you grew up and stuff like that. But as we get older, sometimes you got to take that initiative and you got to take that stand for yourself, and you got to man up to that position. Because every man don't have a child. It's men out here that don't have kids. So you got to ask that man. We wanna touch with that man that don't have a child. He's still at the end of the day, he's still a man, and you have to stand on your own 2 feet, and you got to figure out a way to be the best man you can be, or of your belief of raising your family, if you got a family, or whatever. Do the best thing you can do at your job. If you teach, be 100 at it. Or you know what I'm saying? Just come with it. You got to come with it. You got to be that best man that you can be. You got to pivot. Cause or we can talk all day long as how I was growing up, or my daddy wasn't here, or my father wasn't there. But at the end of the day, I'm still a man, so I got to find out how to be the best man that I can be for myself first. Because if I don't be a man for myself first, I can't be if I have a kid, or if I have a family, or a wife, or just in general, a job. How can I be that man if I don't know? So I got to find resource.
And I want to jump in here on that, because I want to take us back a little bit, because there are women that's raising boys on their own.
Right.
And, you know, I don't want to get too personal in my life, but I was one of those guys, you know, and it took me a long time in life to understand what a man was.
Right.
Because I didn't see it growing up, you know, as far as that strong male in the household, right? So sometimes it takes a while for some men to get to that point
To grow up.
right? To even know what a belief is.
Yeah, right.
You get what I'm saying? Or to even have that belief. You know, as we sit up here and talk about men, I think is a great topic.
Right.
And I think a lot of men need to start doing this, because to have this platform, and we have to be intelligent when we speak, because some young, and I have to keep going back to our youth.
You got to.
Because that's the reason why we become men, because they're going to grow up to be that one day. Or a young lady, right?
Right.
So I think as men in the household, outside the household, like you say, in the workplace, if you're a leader in your workplace, if you're a supervisor, or if you're a manager, or even if you the guy at the bottom of the totem pole, that man should always reflect outside of you. It should be flowing from you, right, as a man, right? Because not to get on the negative side, we can go all and we can just see that a lot of men are not living up to that standard
Facts.
of being a man. They are man, but what constitutes that? So we can get into that what constitutes that, because a lot of us are not living up to that MAN word.
That's what I'm saying, because like you say, what constitutes being a man, say my beliefs of being a man can be different from yours.
Exactly.
Facts.
And his beliefs of being a man can be different from his.
Exactly.
It's all about how we was brought up, you know. But the centerpiece of being a man, all us should know. You know, all us should know we gotta protect, provide. You know, that's just you know, as a man you gotta protect and provide. Some people thinking protecting and providing can mean I go out here and rob somebody or steal. You know, maybe I'm not that way. I don't believe I got my way of protecting and providing is to go out here and rob and steal.
Yeah.
But some people, as I talk to other people around my age, and I'm younger than all three of y'all, you know, guys that's from 16 on up to about, I'm 31. 16 up to my age, they might not believe how we believe. Right. You know what I'm saying? You take your losses as well as your gains.
Right.
Some of them believe, you know, if I'm down bad and I gotta do this, I gotta provide for my family, maybe I'm gonna go out here and rob this man. I'm gonna go out here and steal from this man. That's never the case. And it boils down to how you're raised. You know, we all just gotta get on the same boat, going to the same place, you know.
And I agree with you on that. It was back where we were raised with a village.
Yeah.
That whole structure is gone.
It's gone.
I realized this weekend, this holiday, the kids are socially distanced. They don't even dance together. So that is one of the issues. Okay.
All right.
So after these, we'll be right back.
this just in. I interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this breaking news. Papa Rexy has done it again. Done what, you might ask? Customize your world. Put your face on a shirt, an ornament, or just about anything you can imagine. Custom bedding fit for a king and queen. Logos for your business. Design and manufacture products for your brand. With bumper stickers, mugs, phone cases, wine glasses, it's all been done. So what are you waiting for? Find us on Facebook at Rasta Collins or at Rexy414 for Papa Rexy. Call or message us on Facebook. Your ideas can become reality.
Here we are, we back with the Man Up podcast with three of my brothers, three great men, fathers, husbands, brothers, sons. We're just getting back into it, trying to get our guys back to where we need to be as a unit, as a family, as a brotherhood. And we just question each other, trying to get us all into the same circle that we need to be in.
Okay, that's good. I have a question, and we can get all to it. Like, we can portray, like, how the world portray us as great men. So me, as being a man myself, as a black man, I want to touch any man out there that's struggling or that's trying to find answers. So that's why this podcast was for any man that's, like I said, some men don't have children, some men don't, have a wife or have a family, but they still trying to figure out how to be a best man for themselves in general. So how that world take of how your perspective of it, or how they portray you as well, or you. It's like you said, like it's a different of all us, of how we see different things, but at the same thing, a man is a man. Mm-hmm. If you go to a job, you don't want to be disrespected because you're a man. If you go home, you don't want to be disrespected because you're a man. Mm-hmm. Like I said, if respect and being a man, it's kind of like the same thing to me. Because I am a man, and you're going to respect me first.
As we was talking earlier, I'm a big man on words.
Yes, sir.
Right. So when I hear certain words, we use the word real. Right.
Real. We
use the word real men, and I think that can be kind of controversial.
Yeah.
Because as you said earlier, right, in your statements, that sometimes we look at each other, and you're not going to tell me I'm not a man.
Yeah.
You're not going to tell me I'm not a man. But we want to put these stipulations on what constitutes a real man, and that's where portrayal comes in. Because if you look at the word portrayal, you portray something.
Yes.
Is that pretty much a real man? If you're portraying to be one, right? Yeah. And I'm just asking the questions because to be a real man, what constitutes me being a real man is what I do in my household. Right. Now, if I can buy my wife a $500,000 home, put her in a nice car, put all the jewelry, everything on her, that doesn't really constitute me being a real man. No. I'm just a man with a little bit more.
With a little bit more money.
So you can get a man that can only feed his child some oodles or noodles. Mm-hmm. But he's still being a real man because he's put himself in a place to be able to be in a household with his kids. And he's there. So that constitutes a real man. So let's put this thing on levels, right? Because there's levels to everything in life. I don't care where we at in life, and as men, we on levels. It's just like that. You know what I mean? And how we constitute a level in a real man's life, sometimes it comes with status, right? I was just looking at a rich man. I ain't gonna call no names because we on the Man Up podcast, but he had a whole yacht, and he called himself the Black Santa, right? And their mink was fire. But can I go out and buy that same mink? Because that mink costs as much as my house do.
But don't make
right?
me less of
but doesn't make me less of a man.
Yeah, don't make
so I think the portrayal of men in this world is such a broad question. So we can only tap into how we see the world and how the world sees men. And I think this platform is beautiful because you got 4 men here, right? We're all going in different directions.
Right.
So let's tell our story. What constitutes you as a real man?
I really feel like all the money in the world, like this generation, our generation, it displays a man as if you have money, if you're able to do this, that, and the third.
Right.
If you're not able to do it, then you're not a man. if you're not able to, you know, do this and that, you don't have what somebody else may have, then you're not declared a man, which is not the case. And also, if I can't see this brother down or you down, and I can't come and help you, give you encouraging words, say I can't give you $1.
Call you soft or something
but
like
I
that.
can give you encouraging words. That don't make me less of a man because I can't give you that $1 that you so desperately need. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like the world really put, like you say, it's levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
Who is a man and who is not a man? If I go out here and give my last dime to feed my kids and that's all I have, you can't tell me I'm less of a man than you because you have it, your situation is better, but you cannot knock me for being the man that I am.
Right.
I'm standing up still trying to do what I can do, and that's all that you can do, is what you can do. You know, I can ask of you something, maybe you don't have it. I can ask of him something, maybe he will have it. But, I'm saying, he ain't no real man because he told me he ain't had it, but he told me he had it. Come on, man, like you can't do that.
Mr. Ricks, let's get real here.
Yeah.
Let's get real here, right?
Let's go ahead.
So since we using synonym real, can we get there to the men that's really not being that, right? Mm-hmm. You got men who run away from situations.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You have men who run away from situations. They got that title of a man because they reached that age where they called a man, right?
Yeah.
They reached that man at 18, 19, 20, right? But they're not doing things that we might look at what a real man does.
But
so let's get into that conversation.
Not to cut you off. Okay, you say some